What's going on, Sports Wars? This is Ryan with Dark Outpost and GeeksandGamers.com, and Fernando Tatis Jr., one of the great, incredible young stars in Major League Baseball, came under fire last night for breaking one of the unwritten rules of baseball. But it seems like the only people that are upset are the opposing team and Tatis's own manager, who refused to have his back, who threw him under the bus. But all the players, all the fans have Fernando Tatis Jr.'s back because there's nothing wrong with what he did. Let's take a look at this. Baseball, a league that has been slowly bleeding fans over the years because they're not able to keep that same excitement. And then when one player who is excitement incarnate, his own manager, tries to tamp that down, it's absolutely disgusting. It started right here. Now, the Padres are destroying the Texas Rangers. I'll go ahead and show you. It is bases loaded with San Diego up 7 runs. It is the 8th inning. It's a 3-0 count. Now, let's just be clear. There have been people who came back from 7-run deficits in the history of Major League Baseball before. At this time, the Padres' win percentage was 99.6%. A team could definitely come back after that. But it would be abnormal for you to swing during a 3-0 count when you're up this much. Well, let's take a look and see exactly what happened.
Chabot is up in the pen right now. This is in the air to right field. Back it goes. Nendo has done it again.
A grand slam home run, an opposite field home run. By the way, the hardest hit opposite field home run since StatCast started tracking things. An absolute smash. Fernando Tatis has power, electrifying power to any direction. That puts them up 14-3. And you can see, we'll go ahead and continue to play it on here.
Fernando Tatis.
We'll play a little bit so you can see the manager's reaction as Tatis runs the bases. This is the manager right here of the Texas Rangers, not happy about the situation. My advice would be, if you don't want someone to hit a grand slam, maybe throw a better pitch. That's just my suggestion. But then what happened? The next batter. Let's take a look and see exactly what happened. Manny Machado is up to the plate. What does the pitcher do? First pitch. Throws behind him. Sends a message. Now, I'll be honest, I don't really have a problem with the pitcher throwing behind someone to send a message. He didn't hit him, he didn't throw at his head, anything like that. Simply threw behind him. Just say, hey, we didn't like that very much. I get it. If I was getting my ass beat the way the Rangers were, I wouldn't be happy either. But let's hear what the Rangers, what the Rangers manager says. Chris Woodward. Now, also, Chris Woodward has been suspended a game after they threw behind Manny Machado. The pitcher has been suspended 3 games since they threw behind him, but this is directly after the game. Let's listen to what Chris Woodward said. Here he is right here.
Count where it was, the unwritten rules of baseball.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of unwritten rules that are, constantly being challenged, I think, in today's game. So, yeah, I didn't like it personally. When you're up by 7 in the 8th inning, it's typically not a good time to swing 3-0. That's kind of, the way we were all kind of raised in the game,
But you know what? That's kind of the way we're all raised. It is an unwritten rule for a reason. Let's be real. Fernando Tatis is a young, exciting player. If you don't want to give him something to hit, then don't throw him something that he can take out of the park and embarrass you. It is disgusting that that players are upset about this, to be honest. Now, I'd be upset, but I'd get over it, right? If I were opposing team. But what about his manager? His manager should have his back, right? No. Jayce Tingler was asked about the expectations of a 3-0 count and what he thought Fernando Tatis should have done in this situation.
It probably starts with just, picking up the sign. I think like the learning opportunity and just so you know, a lot of our...
So what he's saying, that Fernando Tatis missed a sign that he should not have swung. He said that they gave him the sign, but Fernando Tatis did whatever he wanted. That's what he said.
Our guys have green light, 3-0. But, in this game in particular, we had a little bit of a comfortable lead, and, we're not trying to, run up the score or anything like that. And so, put on the take sign and probably see a strike right there.
We're not comfortable, or we don't want to make anybody feel bad. We're not trying to run up the score. Are you kidding me? Jayce Tingler, a first-year rookie head coach who may have just lost this locker room with what he has done right now, because he threw his guy under the bus for the system that he came from. The Rangers is the organization that Jayce Tingler came from. He played there. He had all his first coaching opportunities there. Now he's saying, we're sorry, we didn't really mean to do that. It was all on this kid. He's the one that did that. Are you joking? This is, in fact, with a bullpen that has nearly a 7 ERA, one of the worst bullpens in Major League Baseball right now. But no, 7-run lead's safe. We're not trying to hurt anybody's feelings. What a bitch Jayce Tingler is. And even Fernando Tatis was forced to say, basically apologize. Listen to what they had him say.
I've been in this game since I was a kid, man. And I know a lot of unwritten rules. And but no, this time I didn't. I was kind of lost on this one. I was, they told me after 5, 7, after 6, or something like that. And from those experiences, you gotta learn from it. Probably next time I'll take a pitch. Now that I know from it, and we just gotta learn from it and keep looking forward.
If I were Fernando Tatis Jr., I would swing at everything. I would say, fuck you, Jayce Tingler, and all of the players, all the veterans in that Padres locker room better get together and tell Jayce Tingler he better never do that again. Never throw his player under the bus like that. You know what Jayce Tingler should have said? He should have said, you know what, normally we wouldn't expect to pitch there. He probably should have not swung, but guess what? He did. If you don't want him to hit it, throw a better pitch next time. And then you threw at my player. We're going to come after you, because I don't take kindly to that. Are you kidding me? But instead, no, he bends over. Look at what other players are saying. Trevor Bauer says, keep swinging no matter what. Keep bringing energy and flash to baseball. That's what a pitcher is saying. Tim Anderson says, this is why the game won't grow, why the manager doesn't have his back through whatever anyway. The game wasn't over yet. Good swing, brah. Don't apologize next time. 100%. Swinging in the 3-0 count should not be against any rules, no matter the score. This is like all the players have Fernando Tatis Jr.'s back. This is a dude right now. 23 games, 22 runs, 11 home runs, 28 ribbies. Look at those projections if he continued that out. Fernando Tatis Jr. is a superstar and will be a superstar in this league for years to come. And what the Padres are doing right now is embarrassing. Everyone has his back. The great Hall of Famer Johnny Bench says, so you take a pitch. Now you're 3-1. The pitcher comes back with a great setup pitch, 3-2. Now you're ready to ground out into a double play. Everyone should hit 3-0. Grand slams are a huge stat. He has his back. Phil Hughes has his back. Reggie Jackson, Mr. October himself, has his back. But not his manager, not Jayce Tingler. And this dude right here is an embarrassment. I live in San Diego. I listen to San Diego sports talk radio in the morning, and he's getting dragged through the coals, and rightfully so, because what he did could have very well set the tone for the rest of his time, which might not be very long in San Diego. Because when you don't have a player's back, everyone else notices. All the MLB is talking about this, and nearly all of them are on Fernando Tatis Jr.'s side and not his manager who threw him under the bus. I know this is a longer video than you guys are probably used to, but I'm really passionate about this because, one, I've grown fond of the Padres. The Cubs will always be my #1 team, but being in San Diego, I have grown fond of the Padres, and to see this happen to a dude who I saw play 3 years ago, or 2 years ago, in their Futures game, and even then he looked different from everybody else. It's shameful. And baseball needs to adapt, right? I'm not saying that they need to change everything, but you need to let these people have personalities. And to be so stuck in the mud for so long, it's not going to be good for the game. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.